Hey you all, welcome in, welcome in. We are gonna get started here in a second. I'm gonna share out with one more person that I just thought about to share with, and we will get started with our conversation. So as y'all know, I come on here and I talk about health, wellness. Thanks for getting your daily. I see him coming in already. Thank you all. So yeah, we're gonna talk about health, wellness, all the things health and wellness. Well, maybe not every single thing health and wellness today, but several topics. I just realized I got something on my shirt. Children, you can never be totally presentable, but it's okay. Let me turn my volume up, and we're going to talk inflammation. So we're continuing the series. Also, let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb, but it's okay. Let me turn my volume up, and we're going to talk inflammation. So we're continuing the series. Also, let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb really quick. Through, so I know that paused me. So yes, if y'all don't mind to help me tap it up, feel free to connect with me. Thank you for the Grow Your Garden. I think those are so cute, and I feel like it's very fitting for, the things that I discuss. So appreciate that. If y'all don't mind to help me share this out, help me tap it up. If you would like to contribute to my gift gallery, you're more than welcome to. Welcome in, Chaco Thunder, or maybe he's just live. So if you'd like to, you're more than welcome to, but of course, no pressure. Every Monday, our gift gallery resets. Thankfully, I have a really good community here, and they have helped, and y'all are part of the community as well. So, oh yeah, I had to put my Do Not Disturb on, and it pauses the live. So sorry about that. That's my fault. Maybe I can put a little bit of water on this. Children, my gosh, so then I'll have some wet spots. Yeah, I put my phone on Do Not Disturb so that my calls and stuff don't come through, because people are always calling me and texting and FaceTiming and all that. So I don't want to disrupt our conversation today. So yes, thank you all for tuning in, for coming in on the live. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the hand hearts. I appreciate you. I got you. So send me your invitation for when you go live, so that I can come in and support. That's what this community is all about, supporting. So if y'all wouldn't mind to help me send some populars, because those push my live out. But thank you for the roses. I appreciate it. But they're in the gift gallery, under exclusive tab. That pushes me out. Thank you for the populars. Yeah, those push me out to the FYP. So appreciate that. Thank you all. So it's asking me about a guest now. I do not want a guest right now. Let me see if I can turn that off. Allow, there we go. So it turned it off. Okay, so perfect. Let's get into the conversation. Feel free to send me questions below if you have any. Thanks for the shares. I appreciate it. So let's talk about the foundations of inflammation, what that means. Everybody, well, not everybody, I shouldn't say everyone. A lot of people know that when you get injured, of course, you get inflamed, right? There is a pulling of blood to that area to help recover that injury, to help repair that injury, right? So it's the same way with any type of inflammation. Maybe it's an injury, maybe it's some type of infection. Your body tries to fix itself, ultimately. Congrats on reaching level 9, Shorty. Yes, your body tries to repair itself, but when your body is not in a healthy state, and if y'all don't mind to help me continue to tap it up, it'll help get some more folks into the room. Hey, welcome in, everybody. So your inflammation is your body's natural response to injury or infection. Hey, mom of a Jamaican journalist, welcome in. Acute inflammation typically is more short-term versus a long-term, and it's a protective mechanism of your body. Thank you all for tuning in. If y'all don't mind to help me tap it up on the screen, it'll keep pushing people in here. I appreciate it, and I see the numbers come. Hey, Bridget, welcome in. So she is a new friend of mine here on TikTok. Y'all check out her page. She comes on and she talks all about health and wellness. She talks about different food and the benefits. So we have very synergistic, very complementary content. Same with Train with Violina. Y'all feel free to check her out as well. Thank you for getting your daily. They are very complimentary sister friends on here that are all about health and wellness, because ultimately, thank you for connecting with me, Coach Lee. That's what it's about. Hey, Delight, welcome in. See, my fam's coming in. That's what it's about. It's about connecting with people that have a common goal, that have a common interest, so that you all can then support. Oh, thank you so much for the kisses. I appreciate you all so much. Fill up that gift gallery. As you know, like I mentioned, it resets every week. And of course, it's never required, but always appreciate it when those things come through. So I appreciate it. I don't mind to keep tapping it up for me. Don't forget to get your daily, because if you don't continue to check in, it tells TikTok that you're not a part of the healthy fam. And I want you to be a part of my healthy fam. So congrats on reaching level 14. Who was that? Train with Lena. Thank you, Vitalina. Things help support my life. They help push me to that FYP so that more people can get this good information. So yes, there's also a chronic inflammation, which is persistent, and that is damaging. So I actually taught a class yesterday. I don't normally teach on Sundays, but I got hired by a group to teach a Zumba class. And we were talking, and I was just talking to them about the importance of stretching after you exercise, something as simple as that. We take it for granted. A lot of times we think, oh, I did the workout, let me just hurry up and get home, or I go sit in the sauna and then I get home. But you need to be drinking your water. Yes, the movement is important, but also recovery is just as important. So you have to be mindful of that. You know, after you exercise, especially if you're doing resistance training, you want to make sure you recover those muscles so that you don't end up with chronic inflammation, so that you don't end up with DOMS, which is delayed onset of muscle soreness. You want to help your muscles recover and repair, because, you know, when we do resistance training, we are applying pressure to the muscle, right? And we're creating micro tears, and we are going to get some strong mitochondria benefits. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Coach Lee. There are potentially some things that you can do for that type of pain. So I'm going to have to talk about that sometime soon. Hey, Small Fry, welcome in. Thank you for getting your daily. But yes, y'all continue to tap it up for me. I appreciate it. It helps, you know, it helps people to see this life more. And now my dog is already starting. You're very welcome. Yeah, thank you for connecting with me. I believe in the power of food first, as I like to say, before then supplementing, because supplements do just that. They supplement a healthy diet, right? There's no miracle pill. There's no miracle food. Well, there might be miracle food. Right? You have to do the work. You have to be consistent. That's why I really preach small, consistent habits, things that you can sustain in your lifestyle, so that it becomes part of your daily routine, right? And then you reap the benefits from it, and then you continue to add and build upon those different routines, right? So I'll excuse my kids' high chair that's right there. But yeah, that's what it's about. It's about creating a healthy lifestyle so that you can reap those benefits of that lifestyle, right? Yeah. Not going 0 to 100. You know, January 1st comes around and they've got all these great goals, and it is great. It's great to set good intentions. Thank you. Is it Tashia? Thank you. Hey, Tay, welcome in. Feel free to get your daily. Yeah, I see you. There you go. Welcome. Y'all, my dog, let me let him in here so he can try to look for food. I'll be right back. I'm coming back. I just have to let him in, or else he's not going to stop barking. He'll sit here and bark the entire time. There he is. Hey, Lynette, welcome in. Welcome in. Y'all, don't forget to get your dailies. Feel free to connect with me. If health and wellness is your thing, if that's your vibe, this is your tribe. So yes, I actually study naturopathic medicine, y'all. Study that, and I study herbalism. Hey, Kaza, welcome in. And I'm here to just enlighten you, to hopefully empower you, to get you thinking, get those wheels spinning about some things that you can do in your health and on your journey, this journey of life, to increase your quality of life, because that's what we're after, right? People talk about live to 100, and I say this all the time, but people talk about living to 100, and that's great, but nobody wants to be bedridden, right? Even well before 100. We want to be healthy. We want to have strong bodies, strong minds, so that we can live out our full potential, right? So one way that you can do that is improving your gut health and decreasing your inflammation. Inflammation is the breeding ground of disease. I don't know who said that. I need to look that up. I don't know who said that, but I've kind of taken that and ran with it because it's true. There's so many different diseases that are linked to inflammation in the heart and the joints. Think about different joint issues, autoimmunity. I love Dr. Sabi. I love Dr. Sabi. You're in the right place, Lexi. Welcome in. Nice to meet you. I'm Victoria. Thank you for connecting with me. Yes, and I believe that food is our first medicine. Thank you so much for the club cheers. I appreciate you. Yes, food first can be our medicine. Good quality food. Get what you can afford, of course. Frozen is not bad. Oh, yeah, I know. And I'm sure that's really hard. I remember, so I had twins. They're napping right now. But I was very active throughout my entire pregnancy. And I was thankful. That was one of my concerns. Like I didn't want to be bedridden because, you can't move. But maybe consider and talk to your doctor. I know Bridget, who I don't know if she's still in the room. Earlier, she was talking about those plates that kind of like shake you. And that helps with lymphatic drainage. It could potentially be something that your doctor would allow you to use while you're sitting. Like if you were able to sit up, to put your feet on, it's going to help to eliminate some toxins and kind of shake some things up and get you some movement. So maybe ask your doctor if that's something that's possible. And I know she has them in her showcase. I don't have any of those shakers, but thank you so much for the Grow Your Gardens. I thought those were so cute. Yes, and that's what I was going to say. Oh, frozen vegetables, they really are pretty much just as good as fresh. The absolute top tier, of course, is going to be like homegrown or farm, like from a farm that's local to your area. That's not going to be having to be shipped far distances, right? But frozen is amazing and it's way more affordable. Of course, I'm always going to preach organic, but again, if that doesn't fit your pocket, that's okay. Thank you so much for the Grow Your Gardens. Eating the fruits and vegetables, you're going to reap the benefits from it anyways, right? So that's going to be beneficial. But the nice thing about frozen that people don't realize, thank you so much, is that frozen is actually picked at peak ripeness. So let's say you buy a watermelon and you are waiting for it to ripen. It has the big yellow spot on it and you're kind of waiting for it to ripen. And maybe you kind of miss the peak ripeness and it starts to almost rot. And you're like, oh God, let me hurry up and eat this before it goes bad. Well, frozen, it was picked and it was harvested when it was at its freshest point, then flash frozen. Thank y'all so much for helping me reach my goal. Diana, welcome in. Thank you for connecting with me. Thank y'all so much. So I'm going to set something else. Yeah, frozen is so good. I buy frozen. I also buy canned. I mean, you can buy what you need to buy. I like to buy a little extra. Like if I notice that things are on sale, something that I know our family's going to eat. Now, don't be going out there buying everything up, then we can't get nothing at the grocery stores. But, buying things that are, canned, that are BPA free. Thank you for getting your daily. Welcome to the Healthy Fam. Those are definitely beneficial to you. Instead of drinking your water out of a water bottle, maybe get a stainless cup, try to cover up the brand. A stainless cup that you can reuse. This is a glass straw. All these things are super affordable. I have these in my showcase and they have them on the big A, that comes in the brown box. Thank you so much for the populars. Those things you're going to reuse. You're not going to be buying your straws and then throwing them away. And then, I haven't tried the copper cups. And that actually has some kind of electromagnetic benefits as well with the copper. So that's very cool. And drink your water. Yes, so reusable, you're going to save money. You can get the cute little aesthetic looking glass bottles and be all fancy. Fill them up with filtered or spring water, ideally. And then refrigerate them. And it's good to go. And it's just as easy as, the easy plastic bottle, It's easily accessible if you just prep it ahead of time. Yes, I am all for minerals. That's something that a lot of people are deficient in, is different minerals like magnesium, potassium, iodine, salt. Especially if you're a person, that's okay. If you're a person, I know what you meant, Lexi, I got you. If you're a person that is active, if you're very active and you cook your food a lot at home, most likely you're mineral deficient. Hey, Angela, welcome in. Thank you so much for the summer sun. I appreciate you. Yes, so most likely you are mineral deficient and you may not even realize it. If you're a salty sweater, so like if you sweat, not to be gross, but sometimes, you might accidentally taste your sweat, okay? It's just what happens. Salty tasting, or when the salt dries and it's grainy and it's white, it's like salt that's kind of like on your skin. That means you're a salty sweater, and that means you're losing a lot of salt. Yes, so you have to replenish those salts with electrolytes. Some of those out on the market, like the Liquid IV, they have way too much sugar. They have a lot of fake sugars. Please stay away from those things if you can. I can tell you an easy way to get it naturally is coconut water. And if you don't like the taste of coconut water, add in some fresh lime or lemon, or if you want to even add in a little pineapple juice or another juice of your preference. It'll give it some additional flavor, and it's almost like a natural, the big sports drink. It's like a natural version of that. Yes. And get your vitals checked. Talk to your doctor. Get your blood work. That stuff is important. Angela, congrats on reaching level 4 in the Healthy Fam. It's important because you don't want to give yourself too much. So that's why I stress, Chief, you need to go outside. If you're a person, I love passion fruit. Oh my gosh. And Costco has a good, not from concentrate juice that you can add. You could add that into your coconut water. You could, I'm sure there's got to be benefits. I don't know if there's electrolytes in passion fruit juice, but you're definitely going to get some antioxidants. Absolutely. So I'm not allowed to say that D word, but it does have some cleansing effects. So coconut water with lime is a great way to get those electrolytes in naturally if you don't want to do the supplements. Hey, Chief, I'm sorry, y'all. I got to put my dog out now. Now he wants something. I'll be right back. Don't leave. I got to put Chief out. Go potty quickly, Chief. Oh my gosh, if it's not the boys, it's the dog. When you're a mom, you never get time off. It's him, right? If it ain't somebody, it's someone else. Welcome in. Thank you for the roses. Thank you for your heart me's. I'm Victoria, just talking about health stuff. So we're talking about electrolytes and how important they are. I know he is a needy little thing. They're important. They're going to help. So like magnesium, for example, it's been known to help with blood pressure. Thank you for the summer sun. It's been known to help with your recovery. Thank you. With your muscle recovery. So yes, after exercise, taking some magnesium, there's different blends out there. Glycinate is really good. I want to say for muscle recovery. Citrate is good for digestion. There's several different forms of magnesium, but they're also good to help with sleep. If you're a person that tends, thank you for the populace, that tends to have a hard time sleeping at night, it could help you with that. It can help you get more of a restful night's sleep. And it's not going to give you that grogginess. Hey, yes, good morning. So where's everybody tuning in from? Thank you so much for those populars. If you wouldn't mind to help share it out, please, that would be great. You can actually press down on my forehead and then just tap it. And if they don't come into the room, that's okay. If they're not able to join in, that's okay. But it just lets TikTok know that this is a popular live and people want to come in here. Florida, nice. Texas, North Carolina, nice. I'll be there in a couple weeks. New Jersey. Oh, my husband's family is from New Jersey, so we frequent New Jersey. What part of Jersey? I'm very familiar with that area, like New Jersey, New York. Thank you so much for the share. Very familiar with that. I actually met someone on here earlier that has a health store in New Jersey. It's called Back to Eden. So I'm making note of that because when I'm back in the area, I'm going to go there. And he does sea moss and everything. And I just made some sea moss for someone that I've got in the fridge. So I do make products, y'all. If y'all want to check it out, feel free. In my profile, my business, Out of Eden Apothecary, Princeton. I feel like I've heard of Princeton. Is that, Thank you. So yes, I love all of those things. I love teas. I love herbs. We'll get into that in a second. I was talking about inflammation. Last week, we talked all about gut health. Thank y'all for the taps. I see them coming through. I really appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for all the gifts, for the comments, for all the things. I see you, and I appreciate you. Yes, so last week, we talked all about gut health, kind of in depth, like what is gut health. And I guess to kind of recap a little bit, Yes. Okay. Yeah. And I ship. So feel free. Okay. Okay. That's what I was thinking. It might be kind of okay. I feel like that's near my sister-in-law. One of my sister-in-laws lives up in South Jersey. My in-laws live in North Jersey. And then the other sister-in-law lives more in Central Jersey. Yeah. So I'm familiar. And my brother-in-law, I think he might be closer to North Jersey. I think he's in like Passaic. So I'm familiar with Jersey. And it's totally different from Kentucky. But it's cool. I really love to visit because everything is in Jersey and in New York. I mean, there's so many different, and that reminds me, y'all, check out your local farmers. Check out your local health food stores. Farmers have connections to other farmers. Now is the time, y'all, to be getting connected to different farmers in your area. You know, eggs, people talk about egg prices being crazy. Mine aren't. Hey, Lynn, welcome in. My eggs are $4.50 a dozen. And they come from the Amish. So thank you so much for getting your daily heart me. Get your eggs locally. My mom, actually, I told her about which I need to connect to as well. There's a local Black-owned farm that is like, I think, multi-generational farm. And they harvest all different fruits and vegetables. They have eggs. They have pork, chicken, beef, lamb. They have all the things. So like whatever dietary constraints you're under, you can find something to fit your diet, right? To fit your way of eating, which is what a diet is. A diet is not about losing the lbs. It's the way that you eat. What's my origin? People always ask me. I told my husband, he's half Jamaican, that when I go to this Zumba conference, I'm going to pretend like I'm Jamaican. I'm going to protect my accent, but I don't know where my origins are. I don't know. I'm going to find out though, because I want to do like African ancestry. So it's so important, and you can and oh my gosh, you have chickens. I want chickens. My friend has chickens. Actually, a friend of mine who's actually here on TikTok, and in real life, I know her in real life, but she has chickens and she gets eggs, and I would love to have some chickens, but I just know that right now, like the little garden that I have is enough for me. Hey, thank you for connecting with me. You snooze, you lose. That's awesome. Yes. Yeah. Oh, Jamaica. I love it. I love Jamaica. And I actually just met another person earlier. I was on 2 lives this morning, and the second one I think it was the second one. The second one that I was on, I met someone from Jamaica. So I'm excited to talk with her and get, some herbs fresh from Jamaica. So like the soursop leaf and all the things. If you're in Florida, actually, I saw that, or Texas, I saw that Home Depot was selling soursop trees that you could buy and plant in your area. Hey, welcome in. Welcome in, Digi. He is with my agency. So thank you for getting your daily. If y'all don't know about agencies, if you have questions, feel free to put them in the chat because Digi is here. He is the man who can answer all those questions. But yes, I joined Deliora. It has been so amazing. The community is amazing. I learned about it from another creator. Yeah, that's what I thought. And it's because you have tropical weather. It'll only grow in tropical climates. Like in Kentucky, well, this is a great, thank you. This is a great place to grow many things, but like more tropical plants, they're not going to thrive here. But your warmer, somewhat more humid. Congrats on reach level 9. Thank you for the populars. It's going to thrive there is basically what I'm trying to say. So yeah, soursop is so good. It's rich in antioxidants. If y'all don't know about this, y'all literally write it down. And that's how you spell it. Soursop. It's spelled like that. Thank you for the populars. Full of antioxidants. It's been said to help cleanse the body, to help reverse some damages. Of course, nothing's guaranteed. And again, before I get into the nitty gritty of this, I always like to say, everything that I'm sharing is for educational purposes, okay? This is not medical advice. I'm not telling you what to do with your health. These are all just tools that you can put in your toolkit, right? Things that you can make notes of. I say this all the time. Get a notepad, use your phone, use your tablet, pen and paper, old-fashioned, whatever. Write down these things. Make notes of different changes in your health. Make notes of how you feel when you wake up, if you're making changes. Before you go to bed, throughout your day, if things are causing bloating. Thank you for all the summer suns. I appreciate it, Digi. Make note of all these things because it's your body telling, your body is speaking to you, right? It's trying to tell you something. You have to listen to the cues. Listen to if you know, certain foods are making you feel really groggy or really bloated or have indigestion or upset stomach. All those things, all of that matters. It's not normal to wake up bloated. It's not normal to toss and turn for hours throughout the night and not get good quality sleep, right? Maybe you need to lessen your caffeine. A lot of people are super addicted to caffeine. It's addictive. It's addictive. It's literally considered a DRUG. It really is. And it affects our blood. It affects our blood flow. It affects so many different things in our body because it's all connected. Hey, Lynn, welcome in. So that's my friend from the Philippines, right? You're in the Philippines. Yes. So all of it is connected, as we always say. And there's multiple factors that contribute to these different symptoms that you're having, right? So instead of just looking at the symptoms, we want to look at yourself as a whole picture, because it's all connected. Oh, you are. That's okay. I used to be addicted to Diet Coke, and I'm not anymore. For me, the aspartame in Diet Coke gives me a headache. Oh, thank you so much for the kisses. I appreciate it. There's a way. So some people will tell you not to try to find a replacement. I don't believe in that. I believe that most people can't go cold turkey. If you can, kudos to you. But a lot of times it's not going to be sustainable. So if you're trying to stop drinking Pepsi, which is high in sugar, you know, and that high fructose corn syrup, it has food dyes, all the things to make it taste good, make it really palatable. Hey, Sniffle Savior, welcome in. It's made in a lab to be that way, right? It's made in a lab to make us want it more, right? So I would recommend finding a healthier alternative. So maybe that's Poppy, maybe that's Olipop. You know, maybe you find another alternative. I'm trying to think. I feel like sarsaparilla was an herb that was used like in like natural root beers back in the day. Your local grocery stores, I'm sure even here on TikTok, if you do a little research, you can find an alternative to that that's going to have not all the sugar. It's not going to be, you know, bouncing your insulin all around, keep you more stable. Yes, we can. And just like, for example, with coffee, an alternative would be like Dandy Blend. I don't know if y'all have heard of that. And it's actually made from herbs. Dandelion root being one of the primary herbs in that blend. So it's going to give you that like effect of drinking coffee, that taste. It's not super high in caffeine, but you're also going to benefit from those herbs that are in it, in that blend. So that's just something like that is an easy alternative. But yes, absolutely. Feel free to message me and I will put up this little thing where you can hey Shantae, welcome in, another cool friend of mine. She'll be posting some hilarious content. Y'all check her out. She's part of the fam, as you can see, coming right in and getting her daily heart me. I appreciate it. Yes, so there's that. And then here I go back to the topic at hand. I keep notes because just like this, I love the questions. I want you all to ask me questions. I want to get to the point that on Fridays it's just all like a Q&A. So if you have questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I'll take a screenshot and we'll talk about them as we go. I love it. I love the engagement. But like I said, as we grow in my community and we grow in this community, I want to continue and be able to answer all of your questions, your specific questions, right? So, of course, the gut and brain and immune system are all interconnected. Thank you so much for sharing. Hey, Black Queen, welcome in. One of the subbies, feel free to put in your subby stickers, y'all. If you don't know where they are, if you go to the comment section, there's a little star that you click. And when you click that star, you'll see all the little stickers. I was working hard on those stickers, so I would love to see them pop up on the screen. So yes, the gut communicates to the brain, thank you, via the vagus nerve. And your gut health influences your mood, your cognition, and your immune function. People don't realize that. You know those people that tend to always sick? Oh, thank you for the stickers. They're always sick. That's one of my Zumba pictures. That could be because they have a compromised gut. Maybe the bad gut bugs are thriving and the good gut bugs, as I always say, aren't doing as well. So how can you increase those good gut bugs? Because we all have them, right? You feed them with prebiotics and probiotics, right? Thank you so much for all the likes. I see them coming through. I appreciate it. You feed them so that they can thrive. Just like us. If you don't eat after so long, you may not be here anymore. Probiotics. you have to feed your microbiome with the necessary things. So fermented foods like kombucha, like sauerkraut is amazing. Like kimchi is also amazing. Prebiotic fibers that can come from herbs or that can come from your foods, like eating fiber-rich foods. So your fruit, your vegetable, in its raw state has more fiber. If it's lightly cooked or lightly sautéed, you're not going to break down the fiber within that food as much. But that's how you get those prebiotics that then feed those probiotics within your gut, because we can't digest prebiotics. Okay, like when you see that on your pills, like your probiotics, our body can't digest that, but it feeds the probiotics that we need to thrive. Okay, all that's very important. Also, what you eat affects your mental health. If you're constantly eating what we call ultra processed foods in the perimeter in the middle of the grocery store, all the boxed, bagged food, stuff like that, it's not going to give you life. But the food on the outside is full of life, right? It's live food. It's going to contribute to your health, right? Absolutely. So do your best to shop on the outside and frozen. Like I said, whatever, if it fits your budget, it's okay. You continue to add upon those things. People think, well, I can't go to Whole Foods and buy all my groceries. That's okay. Start where you are. Maybe that's Aldi, wherever. Start where you are and build upon those things. Welcome in, Maybellini. Welcome in, everybody. All my friends. Grow with Kylie. Welcome in. Y'all don't forget to get your daily heart me's. Stay in this healthy fam. Stay in this community. Lisa, welcome in. Welcome in. So yes. And I saw a comment about mental health. Yeah, sugar absolutely affects your mental health. So that takes me to, congrats on reaching level 10. How you hear people say sugar in like the ovaries, sugar in like your joints, sugar in the blood, they call that diabetes. Sugar in the ovaries, they call it PCOS. Sugar in the brain, they call that like dementia. So yes, sugar totally affects your mental health. Yes, we are family. See, I told you, me and Bridget, y'all check her out. We talk about a lot of the same things. Yeah, and sugar is sugar at the end of the day. Oh, thank you for that. I appreciate you, Shorty. So yes, sugar affects us in a lot of ways. It's highly addictive. I mean, I've seen where they do the studies on mice, and the mice that they give sugar versus the mice that they've actually given DRUGs. Thank you for the suns, Maybellini. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And how that mouse that took the DRUGs and the sugar actually chose the sugar over the DRUGs, which is crazy. Thank you for getting your daily, Maybellini. Y'all check out Maybellini also. Also part of I consider her part of my fam on here. And also, I believe part of my agency. So I forgot to talk about that. My agency is Deliora. And they are in the U.S., in Canada, and the UK. And they, as you can see, are very supportive. They help live creators. So if you want to do what I'm doing, you want to come in here and talk, and you want to build an awesome community and reach people really all over the world, they can help you. And they do trainings. They go above and beyond. So agencies are connected with TikTok. There's no cost. There's no additional cost. But my agency goes above and beyond, and they do trainings. We have personal connections with people that are connected to our our region, that help guide us, that help keep us up to date on the compliance, and much more. And as you can see, I mean, I have some awesome people in here just showing their support. We all support one another because that's what it's about. Thank you so much, Maybellini. I appreciate you all. Okay, Lynn, thank you so much for coming. It was so good to see you. God bless you as well. Welcome in, everybody. So yes, being a part of a good agency is very important. It's very important. And I am so blessed to have found Tara, who actually introduced me to this agency. So she's an awesome live host as well. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, I see another comment. Inflammation. Yes. Inflammation, dementia, cavities, diabetes, lots of different things are connected to our diet. So I was talking to someone the other day, and she's like, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what you eat, what you do. And that is unfortunate because of some circumstances that she's been through. So, of course, I can empathize with her. But prevention is better than cure, right? So if you can prevent, yes, agencies are free. They are. Are you a part of an agency, Bridget? If not, if you want information, I'm happy to send you like a referral link. So you can just start the conversation. You don't have to join if you don't want to. They can send you some information. I'm not sure. You might be, oh, okay. Now mine, I mean, I am biased. But I think mine is the best. So I'll send you some information. And then if you want, and we actually have several people all over that do wellness that are in the agency that I've come across. Like there's one lady who does a well woman. There's several people. Let me go get my dog. Of course, here he is now. God is supportive. They're still in the room. They're in the room. They come in. They support. Hey. Okay. I'm going to answer your question, Grace. Feel free to get your daily if you can. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to answer your question about the agencies. Let me get my dog. He's out here barking at me. Steve, come on. Stop. Okay. All right. So Digi, yeah, definitely do your research because there's a lot of different ones. And it seems like every day that I come on here, I'm learning about new ones that people are creating. Like there's a couple creators that I am friends with on here. And thank you so much for joining, Bridget. And I will send you the information. I'm going to take a screenshot. But yes, so I think it's really important because when you sign with an agency, I want to say you don't have to necessarily stay with your agency. Oh, of course. Thank you so much. Much love to you as well, Bridget. But yes, I want to say you have like a window of like 15 days or 2 weeks to change if you decide to change. But if you do change and you leave your agency, you're not covered. You can't be covered by anyone for 60 days, what I understand. So with that being said, it is important to make sure you get with an agency that actually helps their people. Because I have heard lots of stories about people that join these agencies and then they're just kind of ghosted. And they have no one to talk to. They have no one to communicate with. So mine, they provide additional education. They do, I want to say monthly webinars and then also additional webinars. So if there's any big changes within TikTok, they make sure you're in the loop and that you're informed. We also have contacts. So I have a contact for the US, the UK has a contact, and Canada has a contact. And we can text them, we can set up calls, we can talk to them, if I have a question about anything. So for example, there's people that come on here and teach, there's lots of good teachers, but I have found that some of the people that I was listening to a lot actually weren't passing on the right information. So I took that information to my agency and I'm like, okay, are we allowed to do this? Are we allowed to do that? And they're like, actually, that's not even true. TikTok does still allow this. So they help provide that additional covering and that just additional backing because they're communicating with TikTok. So they obviously know what's up. So they keep you just informed. They help you. There's different trends and different things that they see that could help you with your growth. And again, if you want to be a live host, I think they're really, hey, welcome in, Adrian. Good afternoon to you as well. They're great. They're great for that because we have some really awesome live hosts. Actually, I saw one of them who's in the room who had a big battle this past weekend. It was just amazing to see all the support because he is so supportive of people. So it was very nice to see the support then come back to him. So yes, if you have any other questions about agency stuff, feel free to send me a message. And then okay, Grace, you were asking me about it. So Grace, I'll message you as well. Welcome in, Dreamin' Pixels. Okay, so the gut-brain immune axis, as we talked about, is important. Let me see, stuff keeps popping up. No, I am not in China. I've never been in China. So I am in the US. Food as medicine, as we talked about, your microbiome has about 100 trillion different microbes. So feeding those microbes, keeping them happy is very important. Again, y'all get get a sip of water because I need to get some water because I've been talking. So this is a reminder. And if you are a live host, just a tip. You never want to drink anything on camera because that's not really allowed. Cleopatra, welcome in. You want to go off camera. I don't want to jeopardize anything. I like my community. You know, I ain't trying to go nowhere. So that's one tip. That's just something that's not really allowed. Like TikTok doesn't like that, okay? So this is your reminder to drink your water. The typical recommendation is about half your body weight in ounces. Thank you, Shantae, for all the likes. I see them coming through. I appreciate you so much. So drink about half of your body weight in ounces of water a day. And you're going to stay hydrated. Then on top of that, maybe in part of that, if you're not a person that tends to lean towards being dehydrated. I know for me personally, I tend to be more dehydrated. So just naturally. So I have to drink electrolytes in addition to just drinking water. Just drinking water is not enough for me. So if you are that person, listen to those cues. You know, there's different, I guess, symptoms to know if you're dehydrated. If you're not eliminating enough. Honestly, if your urine is very dark, that means you're not drinking enough water. Your body needs the water. Your blood needs the water. Oh, yes, absolutely. And being on here engaging, just like Shantae's doing, you're very, I'll see you back. That's important. If you want more engagement on your post, engage with others. Watch their videos all the way through. Comment some meaningful words. Don't just put emojis. Put about 5 words at least, because the algorithm and TikTok won't consider you a BOT, right? And then they'll know that you're a real person and that you are contributing to the conversation. You're truly engaging, because that's a big thing. There's a lot of fake engagement and they're trying to get that out, right? So I really try. Go in your FYP and engage with posts, and hopefully those people will engage back. That's part of building the community, right? Or as my husband, he's been saying, relationship equity. You know, you're putting in that equity. You're building equity in relationships, and they will return that back to you, right? So it's important to engage with your followers or people that are connected to you with their accounts as well. So go to those tabs and engage throughout the day, or a couple times, you know, throughout your day, and watch it come back to you. Really, it's kind of like sowing and reaping, right? I'm getting a sip of water. All right. Now some things that help reduce inflammation. Thank you so much for the likes. Your omega-3s. Omega-3s have been said to help reduce inflammation. Curcumin, which is a kind of a byproduct or part of turmeric. Now, if you are a person that is on blood thinners, you might want to consult with your doctor before taking turmeric. It may not be the best thing for you. But for others that are not, curcumin has been said to reduce inflammation. And as we know, it's in a lot of different foods. You can also just put it in your food, like whatever you're cooking. If you want to put it on your meats, on your vegetables, add some black pepper. It's going to activate it more. Hey, Dr. V, welcome in. It's going to make it more beneficial so that your body can actually absorb that turmeric and reduce the inflammation, okay? Ginger also has some properties to be anti-inflammatory. I love ginger. I was telling y'all, when I make jollof rice, when I make my broth for it, I put ginger in it, and it just gives it additional flavor. It's going to give you some anti-inflammatory benefits as well. Leafy greens, they provide magnesium, which is good to help to combat or calm inflammation. Sugar and processed foods are going to be pro-inflammatory, right? So we said the inside of the grocery store, I always say it opposite. The inside of that grocery store are the things that are like your ultra processed foods. Those are things that you want to avoid. So yeah, fiber also binds to toxins and it nourishes the gut flora. It's high in those prebiotic fibers, as we mentioned. It's going to feed. Thank you all so much for the tap. In the shares, I see them coming through, Dr. B. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Yes, 25K. I thank you all. Fiber binds to those toxins and it pulls them from your system as well. Bone broth, we've talked about that all the time. We got to talking about the chicken feet. That is another one that is very beneficial to your gut, because it's going to help repair the gut lining where there might be some dysbiosis, there might be some inflammation, there might be some just upset stomach. Bone broth is very, very high in collagen. It's high in minerals that naturally come from the bone. So like if you're going to do beef bone broth, Of course, you can make it at home, pretty easy, and it's going to be much more effective. Bridget, who was on here earlier, she talks about making her own turmeric shots, and the turmeric, and you can do water or pineapple juice with a little black pepper or maybe even some cayenne. It's going to be so much more cost effective because you have a whole 8-ounce, 16-ounce jar. Thank y'all for the subby stickers. I see them. 8-ounce, 16-ounce jar that is full of nutrients. Is going to last you much longer than the one $5 turmeric shot. That's like 2 ounces, right? So there's ways to do it that aren't going to take up a lot of time. Yeah, okay. And one of these days I'm going to come on here. Typically my parents have my boys tomorrow. So maybe I will go to my local Whole Food store and I'll get some turmeric and ginger and everything. And I'll show you all how I make them because it's super easy. And then I can even show you the powdered version. So if you have turmeric at home in your pantry, welcome back, Maybellini, you can just make those at home. It's going to last you for a week or two and you're going to save money and you're going to save yourself because you're going to be feeling so much better. Okay, I will do that because I made sauerkraut one day just randomly. And people really seem to like that. So, and you all, I plan to come back after this. I'm going to log off, but I'm going to come back. Maybe I'll just stay on. I'm going to be doing some meal prep because I didn't get to do my meal prep yesterday. I normally prep on Sundays. And I got to cook for my family, okay? So I'll be doing that. Welcome in, Rhonda. So yes, all of those things are very beneficial. And then on the other side, one big, I guess, negative to gut health are antibiotics. I do understand that people need them. You know, we need them from time to time. I do think sometimes they are taken unnecessarily. They might be kind of abused, like taking way too much. So with that being said, don't just run to get an antibiotic because it is going to negatively impact your gut flora, right? Because antibiotics are antibacterials. So they kill everything. They just take out all of the stuff. They take out the good and the bad. They can't differentiate between the two. But in the case that you are on an antibiotic, make sure you're taking a good probiotic. So anti is against, pro for is going to be beneficial to that gut flora, right? So make sure you take that. You can eat, welcome in TikTok Tom, probiotic rich foods. So your fermented foods, your sauerkraut, your kimchi, your kefir. There's water kefir, there's milk kefir, there's kombucha. All of these things are going to be probiotic. They're going to be beneficial to those gut bugs. Okay, y'all, I got to get up again because I need some lip balm because my esthetician sister would get on me if she saw me on here licking my lips over and over again. Really quick, I'll be right back. Don't leave. Well, maybe I don't have anything down here. I thought I did. Give me 1 second, y'all. Come right back. Okay, here we go. All right. Sorry about that. Thought I was prepared, but obviously I wasn't. Hey, KJ, thank you so much. Y'all feel free to check out his profile too. He's awesome. Him and his wife come on and they do different lives. They're a live host. KJ, do you have an agency? Because I have a great one. I was talking about it earlier. And they do prayer, everything. It's awesome. Very spirit-led. Welcome back, Shantae. Yeah, so yeah, y'all check out her content as well. She's an awesome friend, supporter. We're all part of this thing together. You know, you can't do this by yourself. I've heard many people say this. There's multiple Taras on here, but there's another Tara that comes on and teaches. She's a live host, and she talks about how you have to have a community, a supportive community on here, or you just won't make it if you want to be a live host. Thank you so much for all those populars. I appreciate you. And that's what I have found, and I'm continuing to build, you know, is a supportive community where we can all support one another and just be there for one another, because being a content creator is a lot of work for those that aspired to do it. I didn't realize. And part of me, to some degree, did. And that's why I kind of put it off, because I'm like, I don't really know that I have the time to do this. But it's been amazing. So, again, thank you all. I'll get back to it. So, last time we were talking, hey, Kimberly, thank you for connecting with me. We were talking about different herbs. I know. I know, right? I'm going to have to recharge myself. I was just, gifting left and right this morning. So, we talked about several different herbs that help with inflammation. So, this is, thank you so much. Much love to you as well, Kimberly. Feel free to take note of some of these. If you want to, again, talk with your doctor, maybe you have some of these things in your pantry, like ginger, like turmeric. Maybe you have some green tea that has anti-inflammatory, antioxidants. It has those properties, so it's beneficial. The nice thing about green tea, if you want to compare it to coffee. So, hey, a lot of people are super addicted to coffee. Like, they have to have coffee first thing in the morning, or they're not a human being. Coffee, I think it is full of antioxidants. So I am personally not a person that's completely against coffee, but it depends on how you drink it. Hey, Teresa, thank you for connecting with me. Coffee, black coffee, if you can do black coffee, or maybe with, I am a fan of raw milk. So if you want to consume raw milk in your coffee, however you like it, that can be good. But yes, I was going to say green tea is really better. Thank you so much for the populars. Sheesh. Sheesh, it's Tish. Thank you. Feel free to connect with me. Green tea is going to give you that stable energy flow. It's the nice thing about it. It also is rich in antioxidants, and it has metabolic benefits. It has cardiovascular benefits. Thank you so much for my summer sun, Tish. I appreciate you. And it also has brain inflammation reduction benefits. Oh, thank you so much. Welcome in, Rose. Appreciate you. Feel free to connect with me. Feel free to join the Healthy Family if y'all like. You tap that orange heart, and then you can just check in every single day if you like, whenever I'm on here, or as soon as you're able to. But you can join the Healthy Fam. That's how you do that. So yeah, green tea is going to give you more of a stable energy flow. What I like, there's not so much of a spike up and down with the green tea. It's going to be more consistent. Coffee, a lot of times, you get that energy spike, and then you're back down and you need another cup. And oftentimes people that drink a lot of coffee, they're drinking nearly a whole pot of coffee. Thank you, Kimberly. They're drinking nearly a pot of coffee every day. And that is way too much caffeine. Then you become, it's like a vicious cycle. You're addicted to the caffeine, but you need it because you're going to get a headache if you don't have it, right? Which is deeper. It's a deeper root to that, right? I have my cup in my hand. We forgive you. I'm just messing. It's okay. And it's a journey. It's, I had to have my coffee, but I kind of weaned myself off of it, and I'll have it every once in a while. But for me, my body just doesn't feel as good having coffee all the time. So you have to listen to those things, right? You have to listen to those cues and learn yourself, and learn is if this is inflaming you, if this is, causing you to not have a good night's sleep. Maybe you're drinking your coffee too late at night. A lot of times they will say you should cut off caffeine after 2 p.m. Some people are like, what? That's when I have my second cup or my third cup, because I feel that afternoon slump. And that could be why you feel that slump, is because you've gotten your body used to it. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't until, I think, college is when I started drinking coffee. And then after college, and then I think just like the whole Starbucks thing was it's like a thing. So kind of like just going to Starbucks all the time. And I would much prefer like a cup of tea, especially like with some medicinal herbs, than a cup of coffee. But that's just my personal preference, So some people don't like tea. Some people can't drink tea. You kind of just have to listen to your body and do what works for you. Hey, Sugar, welcome in. Welcome in. She is also another live host. So, Sugar, are you with a agency? Like, I'm just asking everybody. Oh yeah, the pink drink is so good. But you can actually make that at home. That's hibiscus tea. So that's the passion tango, I think is what they call it. That's hibiscus tea, coconut milk, and then you'll put in actual fresh strawberries. That's all you need. It's hibiscus tea, coconut milk, strawberries. If you want it to be sweetened, you could add in some agave, or you could use some you could use honey, or you could use maple syrup. All of those would be great options. Yeah. And then if you want flavored in your tea, I mean, I love hibiscus tea. It has many benefits for blood pressure. It's one of the main ones. But it just tastes, to me, it tastes good. It has a little bit of a sour taste if you kind of over steep it, but it's really good. You compare it with some ginger, which there's like a Jamaican drink, sorrel. I don't know how to pronounce it. Thank you. But they put ginger, they put, I want to say clove, and then the sorrel, which is the hibiscus. Thank you for connecting with me, Rose. Yes. Yeah. So that one is a really good one. But yeah, there's lots of different teas, and they do have different tastes. So like you can find black teas that have strawberry taste, or white teas that have more of a taste because they're more mild. Black tea is more of like a strong, distinct flavor. Welcome in, Toya. Yeah, so we talked about cinnamon. I'm sure you have that in your pantry, right? Cinnamon. There's many benefits to that. Blood pressure is one. Reducing inflammation is one. My favorite and kind of most medicinal is Ceylon cinnamon, and that's CEYLON. That one, once you have that one, I'm telling you, you're not going to want the cassia. Cassia doesn't really have much benefit to us, but the Ceylon has lots of benefits medicinally. Thank you so much for the populars, Doc. All right, so let's get into some more anti-inflammatory herbs. It is raining again here. Crazy. Thank y'all so much for the taps. Thanks for connecting with me, Black Afro. Thank you for connecting with me. Now there might be some here on TikTok shops. I will check. I might have it in my showcase. Actually, I don't remember. I guess I should remember, but I might have some on my showcase. I need to make note of that. I'll add it so that you can know this is a good quality one, because when you're buying your herbs and spices, just so y'all know, you ideally want organic, because lots of herbs and spices, like for example, thyme or oregano, like your leaves, more so than the roots and barks, but your leaves, a lot of them are sprayed with pesticides, and you don't want that. You don't want to ingest the herb and then ingest those pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, right? So organic is going to be your most beneficial. And check with your local farmers, as I always mention, because they might have these herbs in abundance that they've dried, and then you're getting some fresher stuff. But when you're looking at the back of those containers, from wherever store, you pretty much just want it to be just that herb. They add a lot of different silica and sodium, dioxide. They add different things that are anti-caking agents, but we don't want those. We honestly don't care if it sticks together, if it clumps together. You can just use a knife or something to break it up, or shake up your container and break up the herb or said spice. You don't want all those extra additives, okay? So just look for single ingredients, and that pretty much goes for most of your food. You want single ingredients. You don't want all the extra preservatives. It doesn't need to be preserved, right? We can freeze it. We have refrigeration. We have these things now, which is a huge convenience, but we don't need that, right? So just look for single ingredients. So thyme, you may not know, it actually is great for your respiratory system, bronchial infections, bronchial inflammation, respiratory infections. It's going to help with, your thoracic region right here, right? Your trunk. The trunk is what they call, like anatomy, the trunk region. It's going to be beneficial to that. It is a strong antimicrobial. Yes. And what it is they have, there's oils within the plant, especially fresh, like your rosemary and thyme, that are great for steaming, and you can inhale them, or you can create a tea from them, and you're going to get those antimicrobial benefits. So if you're dealing with microbes that are causing infections, they end in is or SIS. Does it as flavor? What do you mean? So yeah, they definitely are very aromatic, which means they have strong smells, but they also have strong taste. Yes, you can totally add them as flavor for sure. And you're going to get those volatile oils that are within those herbs. And that's what you're benefiting from. That's what's causing the anti-inflammatory effects, are those volatile oils in the rosemary, in the thyme, right? It's so beneficial. They're amazing. Oregano. It has thymol and carvacrol. Those are the constituents in that herb that make it anti-inflammatory. I'm getting a little tripped up on my words. Hey, Dee Dee, thank you for connecting with me. So those are the constituents, is what we call them, or the properties that are within that herb, the compounds that make it beneficial and that make it work to help reduce inflammation. It helps with gut dysbiosis. It also has been said to help with skin infections. Yes, you have knee and hip. Will be good. So one of my go-tos, I guess, for any type of pain like that, inflammation, is magnesium with vitamin C. So, I mean, let's say, have you heard of like the Calm magnesium blend or magnesium glycinate? It comes in capsules as well. So you could take that in the capsule form, or you can take it in a powder form, and you could add in some tart cherry juice, or you could add in tart cherry juice. That's my favorite to combine it with. Not from concentrate. You just want the original tart cherry juice. Hey, thank you for getting your daily, Tony. Appreciate you. Welcome in, everybody. And then you will consume it that way. And that should help with that inflammation, as well as a detox tea. Because that helps reduce inflammation as well. A lot of times you're going to be told to take an NSAID, something like that. You know, you have to listen to your body. I'm not going to tell you to take it or not to take it. But turmeric is another one because of the curcumin, if you're not on any type of blood thinners or anything. Thank you so much for the shares, Tony. Appreciate you. That would be beneficial, or it should be beneficial to the inflammation, rather. So hopefully that is like enough. Also, you know, icing, doing some mobility exercises. If you're not getting in enough movement, maybe going on a walk. It could be some tightness or stiffness in the hips, in those joints, that needs to be released. Maybe doing some yoga. There's lots of mobility exercises. You know, hip opener exercises could be something as well. But if you're very flexible, I give caution to that, because I know for myself, I've had issues with being flexible. Like, you can kind of overstretch. So you don't want to overstretch and cause more pain. But yeah, icing, walking, getting in movement, doing some mobility, all those things should be helpful for hip pain, joint pain. Glucosamine is a supplement that you could consider. Talk to your doctor about if there's any type of... Now, I want to ask, that hip pain, well, I guess you didn't say it's like back. Sometimes people will say hip or back, like back, but it's like sciatica. Also, maybe consider going to a physical therapist. Talk to your doctor about this, and if you need a referral, to go to a physical therapist, because physical therapists look at the body holistically, and they look at all the connection points in the body, from the top of your head literally to the soles of your feet. It's all connected. So maybe you're having the hip pain or the knee pain or the joint pain because your body's misaligned. So it could be that you need a good massage, or you need an alignment with a chiropractor to help. Okay. Now, is the pain, is it nerve related at all? Hey, Queen Coco, thank you for connecting with me. Feel free to join the Healthy Fam, y'all. And again, I'm Victorialstaton. Thank you for connecting with me. I am in Kentucky, in the U.S., and I come on here Monday through Friday at 12 o'clock, but Thursday typically at 1:30. Joints. Okay, yeah. If it's inflammation related to joints, have they checked for like arthritis or anything? Thank you so much. Much love to you as well, Coco. Thank you for getting your daily and joining the Healthy Fam. I appreciate you. Yeah, sometimes if it's nerve pain, that's like a whole nother thing. But I would also eat an anti-inflammatory diet. Okay, yes, okay. So eating an anti-inflammatory diet, maybe avoiding red meat for people that have arthritis. That could be a trigger. Sugar, highly inflammatory foods, some of the common ones are, and there's nothing wrong with red meat. I do well with red meat, I think, but sometimes depending on the conditions that you have, you have to take them out. You have to like do away with it for a little while. So anti-inflammatory diet, or a way of eating, because that's all that a diet is, it's just a way of eating, would be to cut out sugar. That also includes, alcohol, as well as gluten. So your pastas, things like that, your breads, all the stuff we like, right? Yes, okay, good. But those are things, and then for people that don't know, and dairy. Those are some of the most highly inflammatory foods: sugar, dairy, gluten. Gluten has been genetically modified so much, you can't really find heirloom pastas or heirloom gluten type products. So it's important to eat, like, instead of, your regular white bread or wheat bread or whatever, you could do sourdough. It's going to be a little bit easier for your body to digest. Okay. Yeah. And then I think something is popping up. Yeah. This little thing pops up sometimes. I have to do a little, I don't know if it pauses me when it does that or not, but I have to do like a little puzzle piece or whatever. Okay, beans are great, but sometimes beans inflame people. So it depends on your body. Maybe the beans could be, unless, do you know, are they causing any inflammation for you at all, or not, or you're good? Hopefully you're good, because beans are so good. They actually talk about, they say, it's been said, that people that eat more beans, it actually can help you live longer, because of like the fiber and the protein, everything it provides. Okay, good. That's good news if you're doing well with the beans. Yeah, turkey is great. There's also like ground chicken if you eat chicken, but getting in your protein, and maybe you could consider increasing your omega-3s. I don't know if you take an omega-3 supplement that has like DHA, EPA. Those are really good. Okay, yeah, good. Well, glad to hear. We'll continue. It's a process. Nothing happens overnight. A lot of times people look at it and they're like, okay, yes, omega-3s are really good for the joints as well. So consider that. And maybe even glucosamine. That's another one that's really good. So yeah, take those to your doc, find out. There's some good quality ones. I know in my showcase, I have a omega-3 supplement that is good. But you want to make sure, again, they don't have all those fillers. You don't need vegetable oil in your omega-3s. Like, that has no business being there. So getting supplement companies that have different certifications. I know some people will say they don't matter, but it does, because these companies that are certified, so CGMP certification is one, or even the NSF, which is like a national sports certification, because the NSF certification is for people that play pro sports, right? So athletes that are in the professional arena, they can't take anything and everything. They have to make sure what these companies say is in that capsule are actually in that capsule. Oh no, it's okay, Coach Lee, welcome back. So that is, those are great, because what they do is they do all the testing. They do scientific testing. They make sure the percentages that are on the back of the supplement are actually correct. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate it. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to share. Yes, 35K. Thank you all so much. I told you, y'all are spoiling me now. So what do you mean? Yeah, so it's important because it matters what we're taking. And if we, these companies could literally put anything in these different capsules. And we're taking it and we're thinking it's one thing, but it's another. Or it's a very, very small percentage. So they're saying it's omega-3 and it's like 98% omega-3s and something else, but it's 12%, It matters. So you want to make sure you're getting your things from good companies. They are a good source. What's a good source? Are you asking for a good source for omega-3s? So a good source for omega-3s are fatty fishes like salmon. Welcome back, Tom. Like salmon, like sardines, like mackerels. And I mentioned those three because salmon and sardines and mackerels. Thank you for the summer sun. I appreciate it. Welcome in, African Princess. They are most likely less subjected to mercury, so they have lower mercury levels. Thank you all. Thank you. Yes, I love sardines too, and I know some people hate them. I saw one lady here on TikTok, thank you so much for the summer suns, eating her sardines she squeezed lemon on them, and I think she just ate them like that. And I was like, that actually sounds pretty good. But I like to put hot sauce on mine. So, it depends on what you like. Thank you so much for the rose, Coco. So, yes, it's kind of whatever you prefer, but sardines are high in omega-3s, which are the good fats. The fats that are good for your brain, as well as, sorry, I'm trying to set another goal. Fats that are good for your brain, they're good for your hair, skin, and nails. They are just rich in omegas, and you will definitely see the benefits. It's good for your joints. It's good for reducing inflammation markers within the body. So there's lots of benefits to sardines. Again, thank you all so much for the engagement. And again, I'm Victoria. Obviously, I'm Victorialstaton. I study naturopathic medicine and herbalism. And I'm also going to become a certified personal trainer, y'all. I was talking to someone about that yesterday, and I think I might already have my first person that I'm going to kind of coach. But I come on here to empower you, to teach about holistic health practices, to make it easier, because I think a lot, thank you for the roses, Coco. I think a lot of people overcomplicate health when it's literally just a series of good steps, right? It's a series of good choices. So like tonight, I might go to dinner with one of my friends, and it doesn't matter where we go. I know how to read the menu to find healthy options, right? It's just like that. So instead of, if I go, let's say I go to a Mexican restaurant, instead of getting the big burrito with pork and, I don't know, let's say no vegetables, with beans on the side, doused in cheese, and other stuff, I don't know. I could opt for, and welcome in everybody, I could opt for maybe grilled chicken with vegetables, with rice and beans. I'm still going to enjoy the chips and sauce and other things, but I'm going to get a more nutritious, more protein-rich, fiber-rich meal that's going to keep me fuller longer. And maybe I get a small queso on the side. It's fine. But I'm just choosing better options. So ultimately, that's what it's about. Instead of going 0 to 100, starting this diet that you think is going to be a quick fix, making small choices consistently, throughout your day, throughout your week, then throughout your month, throughout multiple months, throughout your year. And you look back, you say, wow, I don't even have a taste for that stuff anymore. I don't even want that. Or let's say you do indulge and you realize, I don't feel good after eating that way. You can okay. Well, thank you so much for joining, Diane. Yes. Yes. I don't get refried beans either, and I've noticed they hurt my stomach. So instead of getting refried beans, maybe opt for the black beans, because you're eating the whole bean. And it's not, a lot of times, and to the vegans or vegetarians, if you didn't know, a lot of times refried beans at restaurants, especially like Mexican restaurants, they add lard to, which is pork fat. So if you didn't know that, you can hear one of them up there making noise. It's supposed to be sleep. It's supposed to be sleep. It makes a difference, and it's going to be less fat also. And then you don't really know what they're cooking with. You can also request them to cook your food in a certain oil, or to steam your food instead of sauteing it in oil. That's some ways that you can save, calories. But at the end of the day, it's about reducing, visceral fat around your organs, because we don't want that. That's what leads to disease, right? That's what can potentially lead to diabetes and heart issues and all of that. You want to reduce the bad fat. You want to and consume good fats. Fats are not bad. It's like carbohydrates are not bad. They've been made an enemy. It's just eating too much in excess and eating the wrong things. So maybe instead of white rice, you opt for brown rice. Thank you so much for the star. I think they're so cute. Maybe you opt for that instead. Instead of, maybe instead of pork, you go with turkey, or you go for chicken, or you go for beef. Beef is not bad. Beef is another one that has been demonized over the years. And beef is actually full of nutrients, vitamins, and minerals that our body can actually absorb. But again, you have to listen to your body. Maybe you can't digest beef well enough. Maybe you have certain dietary constraints that you need to eat around. I'm diabetic. I'm told I can eat wild rice. Yes, wild rice is really good for you. Wild rice is actually considered a grass. So I'm going to take a picture of that, because I actually do. I can't remember the name off top. I think I got it at Costco. And it comes, I think it's called wild something. Oh, thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate it, Queen Coco. Thank you for connecting with me. Haman, thank you for connecting with me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So, feel free to check out those subby stickers. Find them in the where you type to write a comment. You can click the little star, and then they should pop up, and you should be able to see all the little subscriber stickers that I put in there that I've worked so hard on. So thank you so much for subscribing. But yes, I'm working on some more content, y'all, for my subbies only. And maybe we can even do like a live or something. I know I have 10 subbies now. So I would like to do some more stuff to give y'all some additional benefits. I also have a Discord, y'all. So feel free to join my Discord. Yes, I see it. Thank you. And I missed something she's saying right. What did I miss? But feel free to join the Discord. It's, if you click my picture, it should be at the top. It looks like a little phone, I believe. And that's how you can join it. Or if you need the link, I can message it to you. But I do have a Discord where I want to do some more chatting with you all and kind of like be able to give you some more information. So you just have to download the app at some other time and you'll be able to join that. And it's totally free. So let's get back to the herbs. Here I go again. Okay. Lemon balm, Melissa officinalis is the Latin name for lemon balm herb. I actually have some that's outside that's growing. It is growing like crazy. It's amazing. It's beneficial to the nervous system as well as beneficial to potentially help with thyroid inflammation. Thank you so much for the donut. Yeah, so if people that are coming in, if you're just now coming in, feel free to let me know where you're tuning in from. This also benefits the live because they have like lots of things that randomly pop up. I guess that I've joined that help. And there's like a thing about like people leaving comments, and I don't know, it just helps that. So I appreciate y'all. Oh, you're in Detroit. Nice. One of my friends is there. One of my best friends from college lives in Detroit. Nice. Yes. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much for subscribing. So yes, lemon balm is also considered to be a calming herb, and it's also considered to be antiviral, such as with HSV and other viral autoimmune diseases. It's been said to be very beneficial to help to potentially prevent outbreaks, as well as to help reduce like the amount of time for that outbreak, as well as to reduce the infection rate of those said outbreaks. So lemon balm, Melissa officinalis, is very, very beneficial in many ways. And also is very beneficial to mental health. So you can consume it as a tea. Typically people do teas. I guess you could do a tincture, but typically teas. It has a very good taste. It's lemony. It smells like lemony. Thank you so much for the shares. I appreciate it. So yeah, it's very, very beneficial for sure. Plantain leaf. That's one that's also good for your GI tract, for helping to reduce GI inflammation. It's also been said to help with wound healing. It's a soothing melanogenous herb. We've talked about that. So those melanogenous herb, if you think of like a gel, I don't know. I tried to make that somehow sound like gel, but that didn't really work out. So it's very thick. It's going to draw out toxins from the skin as a skin poultice. If you have a wound, like we talked about, so a poultice you put on the skin over that wound, it's going to help draw out any type of infection, pain. It's very jelly, so it's going to help it to heal. You laughing at me? Very, very beneficial, and also good for digestion. Thank you so much for sharing out. I appreciate you. Welcome from Canada. Thank you so much for coming on. Feel free to connect with me. And what is it? Quells? Quells, thank you so much. I'm glad to hear that. Yes. Another herb that's actually beneficial for iron is yellow dock. Yellow dock herb. And I actually have a yellow dock syrup in my fridge that I keep. And I've had it for over a year. It lasts pretty much forever, especially if you use like a raw honey, because raw honey is pretty much shelf stable forever. And if you refrigerate it, even longer. So you would combine yellow dock. You could take a cup of yellow dock if you want, and let's say 2 cups of water. And you would boil it down, simmer it down for a while, let it cook down for a while because it's a bark. So it's thick and it's not too porous, right? If you think of the bark of a tree, right? It's going to take a while for that to cook down and to really be penetrated by the water. So you would cook it down to half, to about a cup. Strain it off. You can press off that yellow dock root if you like. Yes, and then, yes, it's so good. And then you would add in equal amounts. So it's a lot. It's a lot of sugar, but it's natural sugar at least. 1-to-1 ratio. So 1 cup of the yellow dock syrup that you have to 1 part raw honey or maple syrup. And for maple syrups, y'all, you want dark maple syrup. Welcome in, Tasha. Welcome in. You want your dark maple syrups because those are less processed and they're going to just be more beneficial to your health, right? So you could do that. You could do agave nectar if you prefer, but I prefer raw honey. And then when you take it, you want to take it with some vitamin C because you're going to be able to absorb that iron better. We talk about vitamins and minerals and stuff all the time. When you take vitamin C with iron, you're going to be able to absorb that iron better than just taking it on its own. So anytime, if you're taking a prescribed iron, you're taking an over-the-counter iron, whatever, you want to take it with vitamin C because you're going to be able to, your body's going to be able to absorb it better, okay? So yes, yeah. Quells, thank you so much for coming on. I'm glad that you found that content. So that one, I guess, kind of went viral a long time ago. And now I have a video, y'all, that's still getting traction. It's been over a week, and I'm still getting views and comments and everything. It's like over 400,000 now. And that's like my most interactive post. So feel free to check that out. It's about combining blueberries and bananas and how you actually don't want to do that. You would think that that's beneficial because, you know, bananas are full of potassium. Blueberries are full of antioxidants. But actually, when you combine the two, they cancel each other out. Thank y'all for getting me to 40K taps. Oh. Okay, so fiber intake. I want to say that if you are under the age of like 55, the fiber recommendation is between 12 and 22 grams or 25 grams of fiber a day, which most people aren't even touching that. They're not even getting close to that. So you can take a fiber supplement if you like, but regardless of what fiber you take, if that's upping your fruits and vegetables, which most people should, you want to make sure you're drinking enough water, especially if you're taking a fiber supplement, like what is it, Metamucil or whatever. Like I have one that is by Pure Encapsulations, and whenever you take that, you just want to make sure you drink enough water, because if not, it can cause the opposite effects on your body. And it's not going to be able to bind to and pull those toxins from your system, from your intestines, from your colon, all of your eliminating organs. It supports that. Fiber also makes you feel fuller longer. So if you're looking for a way to consume food, of course, but feel fuller with your food, increase your fruits and vegetables, right? And your protein. Those are the ones that you want to increase first before carbohydrates. Most people don't need more carbs. Most of us are eating too many carbs, okay? But if you increase your protein and increase your fiber, it's definitely going to be beneficial to your diet. Thank y'all so much for the support. I see it. Got my 1 and 2, my family up in the room supporting. Thank you all so much. Yeah, those are going to be beneficial. Burdock root is another herb that is said to be helpful as an anti-inflammatory because it helps to cleanse the body. It helps to help with skin inflammation. So maybe you deal with eczema. Maybe you deal with psoriasis. Burdock root might be the thing that you need. And it's funny. Burdock root has a taste. Thank you for connecting with me, V. It tastes like, the only way I know how to explain it, y'all know beer cheese? It tastes like that to me. Like it smells, or it doesn't taste like cheese. It has that smell, almost like pretzel. I don't know, it's weird to explain, but that's how it smells. So it's not an unbearable taste, but you can definitely sweeten it. You could drink it iced. That might be helpful. Sorry. What'd you say? What was up? Are you talking about what did I just mention? So burdock root has been said to help with skin inflammation as it relates to eczema or psoriasis. It also is a liver and lymphatic support, and it's also a diuretic. So if you are a person that retains more water, thank you for those roses, V. I see you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the shares as well. I appreciate y'all. Oh yeah, people should increase their fiber for sure, but drink more water. Thank you for connecting with me, Tamitra. Hey, Gattuso, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for the populars. Thank you all. So yes, burdock root is great for that. Yellow dock, as I already mentioned, I'm getting ahead of my list. It's also beneficial for chronic skin inflammation and a sluggish liver. Another one that's really good if you're having liver problems is milk thistle. They say that milk thistle is like a liver regenerator. So there's been people that have had cirrhosis of the liver. Now, of course, there's nothing guaranteed, but there's people that have had extreme liver problems, and it's actually been able to kind of like regenerate itself through healing because of the milk thistle. So, of course, nothing's guaranteed. Everybody's different. It may not work for everyone, but it's been said to be helpful for that. Yellow dock is also very iron rich. It is bioavailable, which means that your biology of your body chemistry can absorb it and use it. Hey, Sunshine, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. It's a gentle laxative, and it also has been said to help purify the blood. So if you're dealing with high blood pressure, maybe some type of sepsis, which is infection in the blood, this might be a great one for you. Yellow dock could be very beneficial to you. Okay, I need to get another sip of water, y'all. Get your water. Yes. All right. Red clover is another herb. Thank you for the suns. So cute. Summer 2025. So cute. Thank you. I'm going to just leave this. Okay. It's also been said to be beneficial for hormonal and skin inflammation. Now, red clover does have phytoestrogens, which are plant estrogens that are, I guess, somewhat comparable to other, like the natural hormone estrogen, right? But it's beneficial to those, especially women that are perimenopausal, menopausal. Red clover has been said to be very beneficial to that because during that phase of life, you actually can lose bone mass or bone density. You can have bone loss. So it is beneficial to that as well. Oh, they're saying I'm considered a popular live. Thank you all so much. You all, thank you so much for the mini star, small fry. I appreciate you. Yes, so, gosh, thanks so much. Thanks for connecting with me. Pink DMD. Oh, nice. Thank you for connecting with me. So yes, it also supports the cleansing of the lymph and the liver. Skullcap, Scutellaria latiflora. That's one of my favorite herbs. It is very, very beneficial for mental health. Oh, you're very welcome. Very beneficial to mental health, for the nervous system, and also nervous system inflammation. Thank you for the populars. Oh, thank you. Maybe red clover, honestly, because red clover is going to help with balance, like the hormone balancing. Thank you for getting your daily, V. So write that one down. Potentially also biotin. But if you're and I was going to say if you're acne prone, and just because if you're dealing with menopause doesn't mean that you couldn't be acne prone. There's actually some people that maybe they weren't acne prone in the teenage phase during all of the hormone changes, but they end up having adult acne. I don't know if you've heard of that, but there is a such thing as adult acne. So biotin is not necessarily contraindicated or, X'd out for people that have, have acne or have had it in the past, but it could cause that. But biotin, it's good for hair loss. So that is very, very good. Hey, Miss Wilson, welcome in. Welcome in. So yes, we're just talking about herbs. For those that are just joining, I'm Victoria. Welcome in. Hey, y'all. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If you haven't already told me, feel free to put it in the comments. I would love to know. Hey, yes, you're very welcome, Greta. Thank you for tuning in. I used to get a dot. Yeah, see, and that's crazy. I didn't get it as a teenager either. So I'm holding my breath that as I age, I don't get it. But if I do, I guess I'll find some type of herb or something. Thank you for the rose. I appreciate you. Tampa. Nice. So is it nice weather there? Because here in Kentucky, it's still raining. It's been raining like every day. I mean, it's good for my plants. I went out this morning to check everything to make sure it was all good. And my tomato plant is even bigger. Y'all would not believe. It's like probably a third bigger than it was last time I showed y'all. Virginia. Nice, nice. Oh, you're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. I appreciate y'all tuning in. And I appreciate the engagement, all the taps, the shares, all of it. I appreciate it all. Thank you all so much. Yes. Welcome in. Some of y'all in these comments. I can't. Yeah, okay. But yes, thank y'all for tuning in. Oh, okay. Tampa's not far from you. Nice. Yeah, I have friends in Tampa as well. Very nice. Tampa is very nice. Okay, elderflower is another herb. Cymbica nigra. So Cymbicus is the elderberry, but it is the flower of the elderberry. It's on the bush, which I'm actually growing, and hopefully it'll grow. Like this year, it's acting weird. I think I need to give it some plant food. So maybe today I'll sneak out there after this live and give it some food while it's raining. It can kind of do its thing. But elderflower has been said to be useful for fevers, sinusitis, upper respiratory inflammation. It's a diaphoric, so it has been said to enhance your immune response as well. Peppermint is also very beneficial to reduce inflammation, and that's because of the constituent menthol. Thank you for connecting with me, Annette. I appreciate that. I didn't realize I've been on here for an hour and a half. Wow. So I'm just going to finish up. Well, maybe. I was going to say, I'll finish this page of my notes, and then I'll take it off for the day. And then I might come right back and do some cooking just because I need to do cooking. So if y'all want to join me for that, you can. If not, I understand. I typically do meal prep on Sundays, but this past weekend was so busy that I couldn't do it. So, yeah, it was really, really crazy. Okay. Y'all give me 1 second, okay? Okay, I'm back. Oh, typo. That's okay. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. It's truly okay. Yes, 45K. I got to get my sound effects back. Oh, no, not those effects. Here they are. Thank you all. Thank y'all for getting me to 45K taps. I appreciate it. And I know those little fingers are probably tired. So it's okay. I know autocorrect is forever getting me, especially now. I feel like I'm always typing something and it's coming up wrong. Feel free to check out my shop if you like. I have tappers. I don't know if you've heard of those. They actually tap for you. It's crazy. You plug them in. You can put them on. You want to like put them on and off because, you know, you don't want TikTok to think you're a BOT. But they help you and they help save your fingers. So feel free to check them out. There's always deals on them and you can find like free shipping and things. But yeah, feel free to check them out. Let's finish this list really quick. Okay, so peppermint has been said to help. And menthol, I was telling you, is the active ingredient in peppermint that it gives it the properties. Thank you for the roses. Appreciate you. And of course, y'all, I love the roses. Thank you so much. And if you ever want to send a popular, they're the same. They cost the same. And they are right in the little pink box on the second tab, the exclusive tab. So those, if you didn't know, they help push me out to the FYP. So they get more people in the room. Thank you for the rose. But yes, those populars, they tell TikTok, oh, this is a popular live. It's ranking. Oh, send people in here. That's what it does. So because TikTok is run by AI, you know, it's just a computer, a fancy computer, right? So it's just a way to tell them that. Thank you so much for everything, though. I really appreciate everything. Oh my gosh. And we are very close to my next promotion on here. Oh, nice. Thank you all so much. It says I'm in the top 23%. So I'm about to get another fragment. And I will reach another level on here. I'll be C3. Thank you all so much. It says I need like 400 fragments, which I don't understand. 400 diamonds. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's 400 like point. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. We'll definitely get them. Thank you all so much. Thank you so much for the popular. So yes, we got peppermint, fennel seed. Oh no, so peppermint, it helps with, it's been said to help with IBS, headaches, muscle pain. It's an anti-spasmatic, which means it's anti-spasm. So if you are having like spasms in your stomach, anything like that, it's going to help with that. It's going to help in the digestion and inflammation that could occur. It helps with all of that stuff. So yeah, it's very, very beneficial for sure. Yes. Fennel seed has also been said to help with gut inflammation, bloating, menstrual cramps. If you deal with bad cramping, it's a carminative, so it's like a calming herb. It's also been said to be gentle enough for infants, but you definitely want to dilute it. And it can be, gentle enough for infants, and that's the fennel seed that I'm referring to. Anise seed is another one that is very beneficial to help reduce inflammation. Sorry, I am clicking a couple things really quick. Sorry, y'all. 1 second. And I am done. Okay. Anise seed has been said to help with bronchial inflammation, so of the lungs, of the bronchioles, as well as digestive upset. It's been said to help with that. It's also an antispasmodic, and it's a mild expectorant. So if there's like inflammation, that's maybe some fluid retention, it's going to help reduce that as well. Basically, that's what that means. Angelica root, another amazing herb that's been said to help with respiratory and digestive inflammation. It's a warming herb, so it's been said to help stimulate blood flow and immunity. And then the last one that we'll talk about is coriander, which is a seed and also an herb, so you can find it ground into a powder. Coriander is used in a lot of like Indian foods. Sometimes you'll find coriander leaf as well used, but it is known to help with systematic inflammation. So maybe you have, not systematic, systemic. So you have inflammation throughout the entire body. It can help get to the root of that. It's also been said to help remove heavy metals, and be like a heavy metal cleanser. As I mentioned, used in Ayurvedic medicine as an antioxidant as well, because it has high antioxidants, and it's going to be beneficial to that as well. Oops, I didn't mean to pause my music. But yes, that is what I have for you all today, y'all, because I've been on here for a minute talking. Thank you all so much for all the taps, for all of the support. I appreciate you all so much. I might come back on here in a second and do some cooking, because like I said, I need to cook, because, you know, the family's got to eat. But yes, if y'all have any questions, feel free to drop them below. I will take a screenshot of them and answer them later, or we can answer a few now if you have them. Don't forget to join the Healthy Fam. That's what your daily is. That's what the heart me means. It's that orange heart up there next to my photo. I call it my healthy family. But then one thing that I always say, and if you want to connect with me, feel free to connect with me as well. Thank y'all for getting me to 48K taps. Y'all. One thing that I always say before I end, though, is what is one way that you can increase your health today? Yes, thank you so much. Is it drinking more water? Is it maybe going for a walk? Is it, thank you for joining the Healthy Fam, Annette, appreciate you. Is it cooking your meal, cooking your dinner tonight? All of those things count, right? You don't have to go extreme, you know. You don't have to go extreme. But what is one thing that you can do today to increase your health? I just want you to do that one thing, okay? And start the healthy habits. Start putting them in motion so that you can start to feel better, so that you can do better. That's one of my stickers. When you know better, you do better, right? We eliminate the excuses. We don't have any excuses then. Because when you know better, you're held accountable to that. So let's do better, y'all. Let's feel better. Let's thrive in our health. And then teach one. You know, each one teach one. So you then share something that you've learned to help someone else to do better in their life. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern time, okay? So I hope to see you there. Bring your questions. Connect with me. Feel free to join the Healthy Fam. And I will see you then. But I'll probably be right back because I'm going to try to, thank you, Shantae, for connecting with me. I'm probably going to move my stuff over and then go ahead and start cooking, okay? So I'm going to change the category just so that people that like to see meal prep, they can see that. But I typically do my meal preps on Sunday, all right? So, and it's normally in the afternoon, normally around 12 when the boys are asleep after church. All right, y'all. I'll see you in a second. And if not, I'll see you tomorrow. Much love. Thank you all so much. Bye.